did you attack the week? Just kind of not having a game. What was kind of your approach with your guys in the last 3 days?
I started the week off talking about them being resilient. I told them it was a resilience test. How well they bounced back, and they had a good week of practice last week, and they were ready to go Saturday. And it was a big letdown, right? It was pretty difficult for the guys and everybody else, all 93,000 fans, right? But they came back and they've attacked this week like I never expected them to, honestly. And I don't have low expectations of the guys, but I just didn't know how they were going to react. As you go week to week, with a new set of guys, and you're new as a coaches, you go through those first week, learning, those learning moments, teachable moments, and then the second week, now the guys have it down, they have it packed, and they were ready to go. On Monday, had a good week, a good Tuesday, and then the physical work of today was pretty good as well.
I got to ask you about Colorado 2005. Do you still have your Restore the Order T-shirt?
No, I don't have that anymore. I don't know what I did with that. So no, I don't have Restore the Order shirt.
What do you remember about just your history with Colorado? I think particularly that game. I mean, the students got removed from the stadium.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I remember, obviously getting my body prepared for the altitude, right? And going out there and hearing, because the locker rooms are so close to each other, you can hear them banging on the wall. I don't know if it's still like that or not, but it was kind of unique. I think things were thrown on the field too, right?
Yeah.
So it was a unique game, and we came out and we beat them. So it was good. It was fine. I always win. I always remember wins. You kind of never remember losses. But guys came out there and played well. And for that game, we restored that order, right? So.
With your guys coming out and kind of being impressive in the way that they've approached this week, what's that say to you about your offensive line, if anything?
That those guys want it. These guys want it. They want to be really good. They want to, play well together. They want to see the fruits of their labor. It's a testament to them, honestly, to get prepared for that game after, since January, working their tails off in the weight room and practice and learning everything and just learning all the details and grinding, to get out there on the field and get that first play called, and only to have Butch Hug run out there with a couple of officers and freaking cancel the game was a big letdown. So honestly, this week I was like, man, I don't know, I don't know what we're gonna get out of these guys. They're like, man, all right, this is just an extension of fall camp, but they've taken the game plan and made it their own, just like they did last game plan with Akron, and they've attacked the week. So kudos to them. I'm excited to see them go out there and attack on Saturday as well. Between all the reps we get in practice and the way we talk the game, these guys know every single day how they should be studying the opponent. We break the game up into pieces, right? Situations, whether it be third down and short. There should be, when we talk about the unknown, we embrace the unknown. There's always a lot of unknowns that will go into a game one. And there's always the unknowns that go into, every single game, because they're going to have a little wrinkle here or there. But those guys, they know that the things that they have shown, we better lick, because we've had an opportunity on film and in practice to get as many reps as we can and be very detailed in our teaching of it, so they know exactly where their eyes should be, where their hands, where their feet should be. That goes. And I like the guys being prepared. We always like the guys to be prepared for any situation. But I think it's just a little bit more detailed in terms of how they should prepare for the game. And I think they had a lot of confidence in their preparation, as they do this week.
With not being able to see guys last week, obviously, how comfortable are you with your depth right now? How deep can you get in the game if you need to with your guys?
It's week 1 and week 2, same plan.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Generally speaking, I think I got 11 guys up. I got confidence 11, maybe 12. So we'll see what that looks like. That's just what it is. And until I see them in a game, maybe that number, I don't know if it's going to increase, but certainly it'll probably decrease, just based off of what I see from a game tempo standpoint. And a game situation standpoint, how much are they able to function in what we call think through the fog, the fog of the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that looks like.
Knowing you have maybe 11 that you feel okay about, though, I mean, once you get into the game, I mean, do you rotate? I mean, what's kind of how do you approach that?
We'll see. It all depends on the game.
Yeah.
It all depends on the game. It all depends on the personnel. It all depends on injuries and all kinds of things that go into all of that. But I can't really speak on that until we actually play a game, and
right.
then we can kind of iron that out and and drill that down. Right now we're still in the middle of fall camp, honestly.
Right.
Until we kick off Saturday and play the first snap, this is fall camp. Just being honest with you.
Yeah.
We're a little bit more detail focused on an opponent. So
I mean, is that the most frustrating part for you as a coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't get to kind of whittle things down.
That was the biggest frustrating part about not playing on Saturday. The improvement of a football team happened. There's big time improvement that happens between week 1 and week 2. We didn't get an opportunity to go out there week 1. There's some kinks that we had to get worked out. Hopefully we can work them out in the middle of the game, so they don't hurt us.
If you think about the last couple of weeks where you guys kind of narrowed down into game plans, where have you seen the most growth in your unit?
Just having an actual game plan and being accountable to that game plan. When you go against our guys in fall camp, they're throwing the kitchen sink at you. They're throwing every blitz. They're throwing every look. So you have to really kind of pick and choose your battles. You have to pick and choose your battles on every single play. Hey, do I really want to drill down on this? Even though we're not going to really during the season use that technique or use that call, but now when you actually get into, a specific and designed game plan to attack a certain defense, now those guys are locked into the game plan. And, the other guy said about Tanner being so well prepared. Now every week our guys know what to expect on every single play, and they can drill down on the actual game plan and on actual technique and the actual calls that we'll make. So that's where I've seen them grow in terms of knowing what they're supposed to be doing on every single play, undoubtedly. And if they have any questions about anything, go in and ask him. Whereas in fall camp, sometimes they were like, well, dang, I didn't know I was going to get that. And I was like, I didn't know you were going to get that either, brother. So now that it's happened, now here's what we would do. So it's just drilling down on very specific game plans.
What's Colorado's front seven kind of? What have you seen from them on film, at least?
They're stout. They play a 3-down, just very similar to our guys.
Yeah.
They're stout. They strike up front. Their backers are active in the run game. Like I said, they do a good job holding their gaps. And so we have to do a good job of moving them off the ball and creating those double teams and really getting the most out of our double teams up front. Because when you run odd spacing, there's a lot of one-on-one blocks. So we have to maximize our double teams and win our one-on-ones, and that's the fullness of the game in the run game. And then in the pass game, it's a lot of one-on-one blocks. But then we get an opportunity to double team a guy, we got to be physical with him. So that's the fullness of it. And then obviously in third downs, you have to know the look, make sure you communicate, and be on the same page, and obviously, execute the right technique.
How do you think this offense, especially against a defense that doesn't have film on you, how do you feel like this offense can maybe overload a defense like that?
It can be cumbersome. I don't know. I don't know how they would prepare, honestly. Even in the last year, I didn't know how people prepare for us from time to time as well. There's some things you can, kind of drill down on and iron out. But, when we throw this formation and this tempo at you, it's kind of makes them play very vanilla defense. It's either that or they have to come after you, one, and take their chances. So, I've kind of seen both. I'm prepared as an offensive line coach. I'm prepared for them coming after us. It's just, you prepare for the worst and you hope for the best.